I'm gonna go this way. I haven't been this way today. Hi, Steven. No, I see a bunch of viewers. You're not alone. You might have a little delay. Brown Derby was as good as ever. I had my Cobb salad. Had 2 salads today. Apparently, if I lived at Hollywood Studios, I would only eat salad. That's what I found out. Oh, don't worry. It'll be tweeted in moments. There'll be lots of people joining us for Rise of the Resistance. Wonder if they'll figure out a non-equity version of a Frozen sing-along celebration.
You would be good for it.
Yeah?
Who would you be?
Huh?
Which character?
What is it, Eric and Arya? I guess I would be Eric.
You could be Arya.
I don't want to be
You
Arya.
could be Elsa.
Here for the ride that you're probably never going to go on, Mom. Oh. She's going to be like, no, it looks scary. I don't want to go on. My mother's watching.
Hi.
She's watching.
Hi, it's not that scary.
No, it's not. I think she'd be fine on it.
I think so too.
Only I was surprised the Cars Land ride she didn't like. She didn't like Radiator Springs Racer.
Yeah, but that's much more.
That drop's definitely a lot steeper.
Radiator Springs Racers is much more intense than Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah. That's about to start if you wanted to see it. You're good.
I might. Hopefully.
No, they can't go on.
Okay, space with downtime. I want to go up there.
In the Ewok Village.
Yeah. It's like my dream.
No, I'd rather go upstairs at the balcony at 50's prime time. Ewok Village is on the list, but 50's prime time is number 1 on the balconies I'd like to live on. Theme park list.
I feel like apartment.
Dinner was very good. I had the Cobb salad,
Early dinner.
Brown Derby cuts out, and of course the rolls with butter, which are the best.
It's like Himalayan pink salt on the butter, or what?
Himalayan?
Pink salt?
I thought it's just red sea salt.
Is it?
That's what I thought. I don't know.
You're the expert.
Did they tweet that I'm on? Because viewership's still pretty low after 4.5 minutes.
Check it out.
Cobb salad does have blue cheese. It's one of the most important ingredients of the Cobb salad. Oh, she said she's tweeting. Never mind. She didn't tweet yet.
No, no tweet.
She's tweeting now. You know, this could pass for a tunnel in LA. With this just being the part that's not finished due to highway construction. Would work.
Wait, damn it.
Yeah. No, usually just a lot of road work in LA. Just we didn't finish the tunnel. Be done in 20 years. They've been doing the same airport construction in Los Angeles since the first time I visited in 2009.
Normal airport projects are slow just because you can't impact up.
Oh, this queue is outside. Oh, okay. I might be a while. It's gonna be a while. It's a very long queue. Oh boy. Oh boy. Thank you. Well, we're gonna be here a while, everyone. Acquaint you with some important safety information. Thank you. Oh boy. I think I'm gonna have to set up a tent. I'm gonna be living in this forest for a while. But don't worry, I'll still be in this queue when you get back. Good grief. Yikes. I'll start, we'll have to figure out how to make nourishment out of these trees in order to survive here in the forest. Forest moon of Batu. It's not that bad, Caleb. Caleb, you can time it. You can time the wait. Let me know. You come back in 3 hours and you can find out what the wait was. I think we're gonna be here an hour. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be here an hour. I hope we have enough battery. Oh yeah, we got 62%. We should be fine. Yeah, it's probably gonna be an hour. I think it's gonna be an hour. Jess, what did you wait? What did you wait the other day? You were out here, no? If it doesn't break, it'll move. I still think it'll be 45 minutes to an hour. It's usually not like this. I will tell you, I've been on this 6 or 7 times since the reopening. I haven't waited out here yet. This is a first for me. So I'll tell you, they usually do a pretty good job of dumping the queue, and when they restart, moving people through at a reasonable pace. You know. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin Lake's on my side. It's going to be an hour. Thank you. Oh. At least we're not out there. Could be worse. Could be worse. Jess, has she informed the rest of social media that we're on? Remember when I said, at least we're not down there? Remember that when I said that a minute ago? Well, I'm about to eat my words. Because here we go. Me and my big mouth. Me and my big mouth. Don't worry, they'll be home before I get near the pre-show. We're exploring the deepest edges of Batu. Here we go. Oh, don't even say at least it's not raining, because then it'll start.
For your safety, please keep your face covering on at all times, except when actively eating or drinking. Please keep your party together, abide by the queue markings, and maintain physical distancing between your party and others. Remember to wash your hands frequently throughout your visit, or use the sanitizer dispensing units provided. Thank you.
Yeah, it's moving. We started a brand new section of queue. There's no one in it. There's another one down there. I don't know that we'll make it. We'll see what happens. We'll figure it out. Oh. Oh man. Yeah, once the banana makes its first appearance, then I'm in trouble. A banana sighting on Batu always means bad luck. Banana in Arabic is bad luck, I believe, is the translation. This is beautiful. This actually, when Dish TV first came out, this is what it looked like. You had to put this on your house. The three of these. And then if there was a light rain or wind or whatever, you'd lose signal. You know, very rough back then. A long time ago with Dish TV. You're supposed to ride this in May. I might be off of this by next May. We'll see. See how this goes. These are cool though. I like these. All jokes aside, these are neat. You think I'm ever going to be allowed in Japan again, Spencer? That's hilarious. My only hope is when we get that invite to the Beauty and the Beast media event and I can claim it's a business trip, and then I'll have to be swabbed and sit in a room for several hours and wait for the results of a test, and then I'll be allowed in. Looking forward to that very much. Good detail on that, though. Look at that. It's pretty neat. I'm a fan. I wish there was more difference in the sections of this queue. I feel like a lot of it's very repetitive, unlike Flight of Passage, where I think the queue kind of feels like you're on a journey. You go to all these different areas and there's different things to see. So if I have a U.S. passport and I go through Hawaii, I can go? Does Hawaii not have U.S. passports? How does that work? If I leave this country for 2 weeks, can I then go? I thought I just blocked with a U.S. passport. Is that not a thing? Could I fly to Canada for 2 weeks, quarantine, and then go to Japan? Because, I mean, I would. I mean, there's definitely foreign guests here. People are getting in here for sure, despite whatever travel ban they're supposed to be. I've seen Japanese guests who are definitely from Japan. I've seen Chinese guests who I believe were from China. A handful of Europeans who I'm pretty sure didn't live here. They seemed like tourists. Canada isn't on a list. Okay, so as long as I travel for 2 weeks to some place that'll let me in, but is also not on the ban list in Japan, I can get in. I will absolutely fly to Hawaii and wait out 2 weeks. I'm in. Let me know the second I can do that. And I'm out of here. Although then I have to buy, I have to figure out a way into the parks in Japan, which, from the sound of things, they're talking about maybe closing again anyway. I know Japan is not happy with where their number of cases are at currently. So that may not even be a viable option for long. Yeah, I think I think OLC made the right move, not like reopening to annual passes and such. Because I think they knew there was a decent chance they would just close again. I don't know about soon, but I don't know that they... Yeah, I think a government order might happen. I mean, Hong Kong, which I think is... I would say Hong Kong would be second most cautious in comparison to Tokyo and Japan, and yet they closed. So, I mean, I wouldn't discredit the possibility that Japan would close again. Meanwhile, here in Florida, we ain't going nowhere. We will be here. Slam that like button for Tokyo Disney, you're damn right. Whoop. Poe Dameron's waterfall? Why is it specifically Poe Dameron's waterfall? This is in nature. This waterfall belongs to no man. To no man. Ooh, USJ next week. Follow along on Universal Parks News Today. You know, I think this plays better to the California audience where they don't have Pandora. I think this would be very different from other things you have, but I think after Pandora, this just feels like a not as lush version of the same thing. Rise is a great ride. I love Rise, but I don't know. I don't feel any of the excitement or... I don't feel those feelings for this exterior in queue that I feel for Pandora. All of Rise's strengths, I think, come from the pre-shows onward, all the way through to the end. We haven't moved in a little bit, getting nervous. Getting nervous. I mean, the Pandora waterfall is walking over that bridge, and it goes underneath you and out to the shore, and it's very pretty. It's like the only super detailed land. I mean, we have many super detailed lands. We have this, we have Pandora, New Fantasyland. We've gotten our fair share of the current generation of Imagineering. At Hollywood Studios, yeah, I mean, the park wasn't built to be a hyper-detailed park originally. You know, mission statement was very different. We have not moved now. Getting worried. Should have the backlit tour just stop around Batu like it's a Star Wars movie set. You turn this into Catastrophe Canyon, like water just comes off of this and like a spaceship gets like knocked over.
For your safety, please keep your face covering on at all times, except when actively eating or drinking.
The Mojave
Please keep your party
Coaxium
together,
Company.
followed by the queue markings, and maintain physical distancing between your party and others. Remember to wash your hands frequently throughout your visit, or use the sanitizer dispensing units provided. Thank you.
I got the pass at 2 o'clock because the Skyliner did not get me in here in time this morning. It was fine. I just made sure I had it open. I made sure I had the app open before 2 o'clock. I kept refreshing constantly for the last minute before 2 o'clock. Right at 2 o'clock, it gave me the button to join. I hit join. I selected everyone in my party, which luckily was just me, which is why I was able to get an earlier one. And that was it. And then I hit enter, and it gave me the boarding group. I will tell you, if you have to add more than one person, it's going to put you back a couple groups because there are plenty of people here alone or with just a group of two. And the faster you are at selecting people and hitting that button, the better your boarding group's going to be. Knowing Florida, that could be a waterfall or that could just be the rain. You've got all the answers, Caleb. These are all over the place in Rogue One. These and those bubble things that are all over the streets of Batu. Those weird, I don't even know what to call them, but they have like a brown, clear bubble on top. I guess since Rogue One was made during the development of the land, they were like, oh, let's just make copies of some of that stuff you guys are making for the movie, and we'll just throw it in. Pretty strict. I've seen anytime someone lowers one, they get yelled at. They're pretty strict about the mask, as they should be. My money would be on Fig in that fight. I don't think Spencer, I don't think you want to fight a Cuban girl from Miami. I don't think you're going to win that fight, white kid from Oklahoma. This is our first pile of space junk of the afternoon. There'll be 40 more of those before we leave. Scottsdale, Arizona, excuse me. Brown Derby was great, BCL fan. Love Brown Derby. This is a lot of people. A lot of people. I think the Batu Outer Rim is the same temperature as the Disney's Contemporary Resort Outer Rim Bar. They have very similar climates. I don't know if the knobs still work. I'm not going to touch them in a pandemic. You shouldn't touch things in a pandemic. That's very bad. Originally, we were going to do Animal Kingdom tomorrow. Doing Epcot tomorrow instead.
Sector 2, comms module in backup. All hollow transmissions approved through command hub only.
In fairness, there's not auto markers in this room. Should be through this room pretty quickly. Another pile of space junk. Small pile of space junk. Medium-sized pile of space junk. There's a new one, single item of space junk. It's a different one. Breaking up the queue a little bit. Is there a marker? I think there's a marker here. I can't really see this one. There we go. Oh, we're moving now. We're moving now. And someone definitely spent a lot of time carving out all this detail. Please hit the like button so more people find this video. Maybe we can have lots of people watching before we even get on the ride.
Reminder, all comms are consolidating to local command. Any outpost transmissions must be routed through their hub.
Minutes, all right. Yeah, maybe 45. Maybe we will come in a little under 45. Knock on coaxium or whatever, some Star Wars element. I guess wood exists in Star Wars. There's forests. The forest of Northern California. I pre-ordered the Lego Resistance Transport. Is coaxium explosive? Is that a real thing? Do we know that? Yeah, no, it's nice and cool in here. I'm not uncomfortable.
Logistics team perfect for munitions, medical, and flight gear relocation. Crew lines will be expanding and gear moved to the Deck 4 outlook.
Yeah, unfortunately, everyone on the Black Spire College program was sent home. They have since discontinued the Black Spire College program. Clown that was freaking out because I was walking around Fantasyland. I have no idea what you're talking about.
For your safety, please keep your face covered on at all times, except when actively eating or drinking. Please keep your party together, abide by the queue markings, and maintain physical distancing between your party and others. Remember to wash
Oh, the guy in the chat. I think he meant like someone in person.
sanitizer dispensing
I was like,
is
what?
provided. Thank you.
This is a big wall of space junk. Large wall of space junk. Here's a recognizable thing. Here's a Star Wars thing. This is how we track our reporters in the parks during the day. Jessica sits with a board like this and marks where we are. Then she yells, she looks at the board, she's like, Tom, cream cheese pretzel, go. Are we lagging? Should I put on the Wi-Fi? Yeah, these always go well until we get on the ride, and then it just dies. Those of you just joining us, thanks for joining. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you want to see these live streams more. We're doing one every day from a Walt Disney World theme park resort or Disney Springs. This is my favorite part of this queue. I like these things holding up the walls of this crumbling cave. I've been on this ride before. I definitely prefer this to Runaway Railway, far and away. I actually checked my boarding group just now to make sure I had one. Weird thing to do halfway through the queue. Oh yeah, there's this hole. I like this hole. This never-ending hole in the ceiling. Explosive thermal detonators. See, I know Star Wars things. Somehow people keep popping the top things off of these. You see there's one missing there. The other ones haven't, but especially in the first couple weeks, people kept popping these off. They just weren't very well attached or what. Oh yes, some pots. Now we have a pile of pots. Pots, a very big thing in the Star Wars universe. That's where Jedis store their lightsabers. Pots. That's not accurate, by the way. Clarifying. I mean, they haven't been doing that every day. I've been through here a couple times and not been scanned, so I don't know. That's the first time I've been scanned there again, but I believe you that it's happened to you. Maybe it just depends on the day. If the ride's having problems or not, I don't know.
Attention coordinating patrols. Keep
Here we go, costumes. All the costumes we could find for the project in this one case. And of course, being the most interesting thing in the queue, we're going to walk past it as quickly as possible. I like the air conditioning vents. Those are fun. There's a story for sure. It's not plain enough to pick up on if you don't read the books and some of the extracurricular things they've made for Galaxy's Edge. So if I come through here with Nick, which one day I think we'll do a Galaxy's Edge stream with Nick where he'll point out everything. There is a whole backstory to this base and like what they think it was before and what they did to it and all of those things. Like it's yeah. Someday we'll go through all of it.
All personnel, follow comms protocol Delta Max. Channels on approved outpost frequencies only.
I'm with the First Order. More space junk, and I think it's the first battleship. The first battleship game ever made is sitting up there. Star Wars Battleship. That's the suit I'll be coming in if the case numbers in Florida get any worse. So close, we're here. Once we move into this room, we can stop the count for how long we waited. It was a little shorter than I thought it would be. 1.
Just one, take this number 5 spot here for me, thank you. Here's welcome coming back. Number 1 spot, please. How many of you guys? 2. Welcome, how many of you guys? 3 of you, all right?
32 minutes, that's it? That's not bad. It's not bad at all. 32 is fine.
For your safety, please keep your face covering on at all times, except when actively eating or drinking. Please keep your party together, abide by the queue markings, and maintain physical distancing between your party and others. Remember to wash your hands frequently throughout your visit, or use the sanitizer dispensing units provided. Thank you.
Remember those numbers, everyone? Number 1 will be on the right-hand side. 2 will also be on the right. 4 on the left-hand side. Here.
fighting room for recruits. Commander 9-9, please report back to ITS cockpit.
Incoming transmission from Ray. BB-8, is everyone assembled? Good. Should you be in flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system. Your outpost on Batu is no longer safe. We have transports waiting to take you to General Organa's secret base on Pakara. I'll regroup with you there. The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order. Remember, it is vital that you keep the location of the Pakara base secret. Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Affirmative. Transport is ready. 9-9 and I shall personally see them delivered.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Welcome to the cause. May the Force be with us.
Commander Poldan and then a squadron of X-Wings shall escort us to the rendezvous point on Pakara.
Roger, this is Black Leader. I hear you're a fine-looking group of recruits. Well, no time to waste. Let's get you on your way to the General.
Stand clear. Deck doors opening now.
Hurry, all recruits to transport. No need for safety gear. It'll be a smooth ride. Deck is in motion. Recruits crossing to transport.
Initiate replay sequence on Deck 3 for Picard. Affirmative. Deck 3, you are clear for launch.
Squads, we're rolling up.
Picard bound personnel, this is your final call on board.
I just want to be sure.
All recruits must be on board now. Transport is away in 30 seconds.
Good.
We got a bad view, everyone. I'm sorry.
Transport
Can't help it.
20 seconds.
Number 5.
Thank you, 9-9. Black Leader, are you and your team ready?
Affirmative. The engines are hot.
We can't even see the window. They put people like right in the window. So we legitimately can't see. I can't see back. Maybe I can move over here actually. There we go. Yeah, there's a back window with its own film, yeah.
As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Pakara.
Red 2, Blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on my mark.
Black Leader, we're picking up an unusual signal. Are you spotting anything?
Yeah, I see it. We'll check it out. BB-8, what do you got?
There appear to be a number of small craft.
There's enough movement. You feel it.
We get company. First Order TIE fighters. Reroute. Red 2, Blue 5, we got to clear the path so transport can make the jump. They're all over us. I'm hit.
Lost Red 2, more incoming. Blue 5 taking evasive action.
Try to shake it, Blue.
I'm trying.
We lost Blue 5. I'm going to try to draw them away.
Copy that. Get us clear so we can make the jump.
Be ready. You won't have much time.
Where are all those TIE fighters coming from? Star Destroyers. We can't.
We're caught in a tractor beam.
It's pulling us in.
I'll get some friends and make this a fair fight. Don't worry, I'll come back for you. Stay strong.
Cargo vessel TR-141, identify yourselves. Prepare to be boarded.
This is TR-141. We are a civilian vessel. By whose authority are we being detained?
By the authority of the First Order, resistance scum.
Now bring down your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Now quick, get out there!
Tell all the location of our secret base. Tell them nothing. The future of the Resistance is at stake. I have a bad feeling about this. Stand back from those doors.
It's a magical moment for sure. I mean, it's mind blowing. If you didn't know it's coming, it's pretty neat. She's good. I like the tone is just right. The tone is pretty believable. I like her. It's good. No one ever looks back at the ship. The ship's there.
All returning 3R Thai traffic, now diverting to bays 3Q and S. Local deck support will augment adjacent teams.
I haven't touched anything since I got on this queue. I think I'll be okay. We'll sanitize after the ride since we're going to touch the vehicle. I put my umbrella away. You don't need to hold on. If it's your first time, I would suggest holding on because you're not going to be able to gauge how much it moves. But I don't think you'd fall. I'm sure someone has. But I don't think you would. I don't think you'd fall. Is my mother still watching and spoiling this whole ride for herself? I assume she got bored and left. It's not an elevator. It doesn't travel up or down. What is your favorite part of the ride? I mean, I like that a lot. I like that whole pre-show coming and then coming into here. It's pretty great. Yeah, that's probably my favorite part. I mean, I like the ride too. The end is fun. I mean, there's nothing I really dislike about this ride. I don't like the queue. The queue gets kind of boring. It's all just caves, and they're not very. There's not the most interesting things in the world to look at in the cave. It's really the only thing I don't like about this. That and the animatronics could have been a little nicer in the ride. I like the Lieutenant Beck in the pre-show is great, but the Kylo Rens and the General Hux figures are kind of, you don't really notice it the first couple of times. Then you look at it, you're like, oh, yeah, it looks a little weird. Cannons are cool, yeah. I mean, there's nothing I really dislike. I will tell you, I prefer to get of the two AT-AT attack scenes, I prefer to get the one where you're straight on with the face of the AT-AT. And the cannons actually point at you, more so than the screen with the guy with the cannon setting it up. Why would you think Honey, I Shrunk the Audience? Honey, I Shrunk the Audience had a shaking floor, but it was a static theater, and that's rolling along, moving. It's kind of like a, I don't know, like a really mild Star Tours, but it actually moves forward. Like, think of like Star Tours on a track almost, is more what I would equate it to. And actually, more than anything, it's probably most, this is a weird analogy, but it's probably most like Winnie the Pooh. I don't know I don't know that the transport itself does anything. I think as it rides along, it hits bumps. I think, but maybe it doesn't. I thought maybe as it goes along, it hits those bumps. But it probably doesn't. It's probably automated in some way. You know, it's probably most like if you put the Gringotts, the Escape from Gringotts elevator with just the floor that bounces, and you took that and put it on like a rotating, like if you made the elevator from Escape from Gringotts the carousel of progress, that's essentially what it would
Scans
be.
show the transport is carrying weapons and supplies. Route all passengers to the detention block. Troops, secure the flight deck.
I mean, it shakes, but the transport does more than shake. There is a lean. There is a forward and a backward lean to make you feel like you're traveling in a particular direction, which is not something that the Honey Theater ever did. Please hit like so more people can come see this ride on Rise of the Resistance. If you appreciate us fighting for this boarding group and taking you along for the ride, hit the like button. Yes.
Leave it there. Until yourself is ready, you will make it.
She said, how brave of you to be all by yourself.
I would suggest grabbing some. I cannot force it upon you, but I highly recommend it. Inside.
You take a moment to sympathize with looking at your feet, study the color code you have on the side. Colors are about to be very important to you, unit on the blue bar. Unless you are incredibly brave or incredibly foolish, like our patriot on the orange bar, and willing to risk individual interrogation, I highly recommend you remember that color code and stay with your unit. I don't personally recommend the individual interrogation attempts to be dreadfully uncomfortable.
We're expecting on staying together. Remember it. We'll be heading this way. Congratulations. Work first. The two of you, this way.
Why did resistance people came out and they weren't being detained? Oh. Something has gone wrong.
And on the little joke, we are having some technical issues.
I figured when resistance fighters came out of the door.
You never want to see them. You don't like them.
Yeah.
If there's anything, please let me know.
Thank you.
Pretend it's not funny when I actually hold hostage.
Thank you. Oh, we were so close. So close.
I know it's been a while.
They're having a temporary delay right now in our operation. We're not sure how long this delay will last for. As of right now, we're right here, right now.
Yeah, well, they're down. That's why. Put my bag down. It's going to be a few moments. No one's presented that option yet. They've literally just gone down, and I mean, we're right before the last pre-show to load, so. I think a pre-show's just running empty. I heard the walls vibrate. We're so close. So close. The first person has sat down. Might lean on the wall, probably. I'm gonna lean on this wall. I don't think I'm unlucky. I think it goes down 3 times a day. I mean, that's a lot. So the odds are probably high that while we're in, especially we're in here for an hour, it was bound to go down at some point. I'm at least glad we're not in the queue anywhere. I'm pretty well spaced here. I'm not near anybody. You know, I feel comfortable in this hallway. One of the better spots if I had to go down. I don't know, the downtimes vary. Sometimes it's more harsh than other times. Sometimes they get it going again in like 10 minutes and sometimes they don't. Yeah, once the resistance people came out of the tunnel, I was like, oh, that's not good. That's not supposed to happen. I'm leaning on it. I don't care. It's gonna be a couple minutes. In a breakdown, you have more important things to handle than story usually. Safety is paramount. Safety and comfort of the guest. You know, we'll pick the story back up when it works again. If you want to use Wi-Fi, I suggest you go sit in the morning at 10 a.m. because there'll be no one over there. At Sunset Ranch Market, we found like that's the Wi-Fi hotspot, or one of the best Wi-Fi hotspots in the park. If you want to sit there at 10 a.m. I've had success on LTE also, but it really, you know your phone and your service better than I do. If you are comfortable with your service, once you see you have 5 bars, I would just stop wherever you have the most bars. If not, that Sunset Ranch Market Wi-Fi on Sunset Boulevard is pretty nice. It's good. This cannot be a fun attraction to be a manager at.
Hello, are you guys all good? Do you guys need anything else to do there?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks. Jessica must have just came back. The first sign we were about to go in the room, and the resistance people came out of that door, and I just went, oh, resistance people are walking around the Star Destroyer. We're past the story point. Everyone asked if we're okay, and no, we're just being out of story good cast members now, which is good. Is there a secret bath? Is there a bathroom over there? Is that where they took that guest? Is that a thing? I mean, sure, they're kind of the same. Yeah, I mean, all the trackless rides are all the same for the most part. Just the vehicles are different shapes. Remy, Runaway Railway, Rise, Mystic Manor. No bathroom on the Star Destroyer? You don't think First Order people have to use the restroom? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is one back there. It might be for cast members, but I think they'll let guests use it in this situation. Oh man. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Detroit, all missions have been delayed. We hope to resume missions shortly. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for your patience and understanding.
Let's see how my battery's holding up. We're at 38%. They're not dumping the queue. I think mostly because it's pretty late in the day. No real promise that you'll get back on at this point. They'll stop boarding if they just decide. I mean, they'll try to get through all the regular boarding groups, and then if they get to the backups, they'll just cancel backup boarding groups. 8 p.m. close. What the time they call the last group will really just depend on how they're doing that day. Yeah, Ben, that doesn't apply to Rise. It's a boarding group system. There's no queue, so it doesn't work that way. They just put a Kylo Ren fell over, they just put some flowers there. Yeah, they're definitely taking people to the restrooms. Got to be through there. I know I've been walked through there before. There's like a backstage area. I'm sure there's a restroom there. This is probably the evacuation crew. I assume people are getting evacuated off the ride. I hear the jingling of keys, which usually would indicate you have the keys you need to unload the ride. The bar is not open at prime time. Tune-in lounge. At this point, I think I'll be lucky to see the ride today. I think it's going to be a little bit. Yeah, remember when everyone was excited about the 32-minute wait? Yeah, good. Well done, everyone. Well done. Been here a couple minutes. We waited 32 minutes to get into the first pre-show. And then I'd say five minutes ago, we were about to go in this room, and then suddenly it was the ride's down. We almost made it. Almost made it.
Ladies and gentlemen, droids, all missions have been delayed. We hope to resume mission shortly. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for your patience and understanding.
Alyssa D, thanks for hanging in there for us to see it. I hope that guy that was really excited for the pre-show got all the way through. I don't think he's far away. He's probably at most one room ahead. I think I've been stuck in every room at this point. I've never come out of a pre-show and been stuck, though. It's usually either on the ride or I was in this room. I've never been in one of the pre-shows and then, immediately taken out. Yeah, I was saying to someone earlier today, I was like, I'm pretty sure I've been evacuated from every room of the ride. I've been through every doorway. Mooboy 10, maybe you'll get to see all the B modes like you mentioned in another video. I hope so. No, it's not a cleaning. No, they're down. They might also use this as a chance to, the cars are stationary and he could walk by and spray them. I think it would be a good opportunity to just do that. all in all, I will say, like, I think all of the days I've had since I've been back at Disney World have been pleasant. Today was kind of a mess. From the Skyliner, I know Tower went down at one point. It's been like 70 minutes all day. The Toy Story Land waits have been long all day. Railway's been long all day. I had to wait a bit to order my food for docking bay 7. Today would be the most. Today would probably be my least favorite of the days since the return. It was kind of a mess at this park today. A lot of bad luck, but also just some stuff was kind of overwhelmed. I wouldn't say it was hard to get the boarding pass. I just made sure I had the app open at 2 o'clock and was refreshing. You got to be quick, but I wouldn't say it was. I didn't have a hard time. That doesn't mean something won't go wrong and you won't get one. I don't want to say that and then your phone freezes or something, and then you're like, I didn't get one. Tom said it was going to be easy. I'll tell you, the hardest thing about getting a boarding pass sometimes is just getting here at 10 o'clock, whether it's a Skyliner delay, a bus ride, parking mishaps, the line for temperature screening or security. And I remember going back to December of last year a couple of times where, like, it took 45 minutes to get in the parking lot.
Gentlemen, droids, all missions have been delayed. We hope to resume mission shortly. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for your patience and understanding.
This guy keeps saying the same thing. Yeah, they're supposed to, especially if you're stuck on the ride or something. It's like a reassurance thing. Every 5 minutes or whatever the period is, they're supposed to keep saying that. It just makes people feel like they're not forgotten. The great thing about these live streams, you get all the excitement of Disney World, the breakdowns, not being able to find anything with a short enough line to ride. You missed it just now. I hope so. That would be great. Ask me again in 15 minutes. If I have 15 minutes more of this music, I might start to go insane. Yes, Peter, blah, blah, as you might be surprised to know that Rise of the Resistance is broken. You might be shocked to find. Oh, man. I always wonder if people went through something very similar in the 90s when Indiana Jones opened at Disneyland, because that had a lot of similar problems. I mean, it still goes down a lot, but this is going through what only a few attractions have gone through in their history. There's a couple that, after opening, were plagued with problems for a while. You know, Test Track. People always thought it was Test Track, but it was more often it was a weather thing, and people just didn't realize that. I mean, Test Track certainly has problems, but it's usually just a weather closure. But yeah, Indy had those problems religiously. It's almost its whole existence. There's some other ones I can't think of, especially in their early life. Oh, I think a lot of Everest's downtime was the Yeti. Because I feel like once he broke, that was kind of it. I don't feel like, other than weather, I mean, Everest just had some problems the first couple days, but now it seems to be fine again. Some of them, it keeps going. Like, some of them, you notice it gets better just days after, and some of them it just becomes part of what it is. Like, it's going to be in high demand, and it's a really complex thing, but it's just never gonna have a day where it works the whole day, right? Yeah, Indy still not as bad as it was, but Racers doesn't break down every day, but Racers has been known to go down for a day or two at a time once a year. Like, it'll break one afternoon and then it'll be closed a day or two following. Just that seems to be Racers' MO. Yes, Rise of the Resistance is down. Yes, it is. Yeah, I don't remember Splash being down a lot. Big Thunder for a while. Big Thunder had some problems in the 2000s for a while. It's down. No, they said to us they're having problems. It's down. Splash, yeah, the last couple of years, Splash has been a daily thing. The people that worked at Splash would tell me they would usually do an evacuation once a day. That I've heard. Winnie the Pooh, apparently, but they come back quick because it's not a complicated ride. Many adventures, Winnie the Pooh said, someone that worked there used to tell me they used to close once a day. Usually, it's because someone jumps out of the honey pot. They have a lot of people who jump out of the honey pot for some reason. Yeah, Matterhorn, I don't know, but Matterhorn closures are never long, right? That one never feels long. Pirates here goes down a lot. I don't know why, but Pirates here goes down a ton. It depends. They don't necessarily kick you out if you jump out of a ride vehicle. They might give you a stern talking to. It depends. Sometimes it's just like a foreign guest and they just want to get out. I don't know. I don't think I've heard that any of those people have actually been kicked out. Fire strobe, yeah, I know. Yeah, I've seen the fire strobe. I don't know that they're gonna scrap that trilogy. I don't know that that's real. You know, we post things because enough people are talking about them, and I think it furthers a good conversation. Some people are like, oh, why do you post garbage rumors? Sometimes I think it fires up good conversation. And if enough people are talking about it, it's our job to let people know that people are talking about it. whether the source is viable or not. You say where you got it from. You tell people, like, this may or may not be true, and you let people discuss it. I would bet anything it was at least discussed for a minute. Maybe not more than that, but I imagine someone's had that conversation. They didn't perform as well as they wanted them to perform. I know merchandise sales were not what they were for previous trilogies. Like Disney definitely did some sort of damage to Star Wars in some way. It would be hard to argue against that. Even though I think they've done as much good as they have bad, I think between Galaxy's Edge and The Mandalorian, which I think are two things of great quality. And for the most part, I like episode 7 and 8. I don't like 9. But it seems like everybody doesn't like one of those. Everybody hates one of those two, 8 or 9, which I understand. Yeah, I believe that. Like, George Lucas seems like the kind of guy who could have walked away and been happy walking away. But it don't sound like he wanted to do that trilogy, but then Iger approached him and he was like, well, that means then I don't have to do it. And if Disney buys it, it'll live on forever. So, I think he was torn about that decision. I don't think he knew if he wanted to do them or not. George Lucas always looks miserable. George Lucas doesn't always look miserable. I've seen George Lucas very happy on 2 occasions. Number one, someone recently showed me photos of him at the Hoop-de-Doo musical review, and he was with his family and smiling, and I thought that was really cool. And then the time I've seen him out in a park was, I've seen him in a couple parks, but more in official capacity. But as a guest, he was at Disneyland during one of the expos, and he sat with his family to watch Paint the Night, and he just looked legitimately happy, and I was like, oh, okay. I think he never looks happy on camera, I think. People do say that about me. That's the thing. People think I'm never happy. One of these buttons is missing. You can see the wire. I did watch Lost. I've seen every episode of Lost. Hope you have a battery. I already blew through my battery today. We're down to 27%. It's not looking good now. Not looking good. Am I gonna visit the tribute store soon? I don't know if I'm gonna get to Universal soon. Are we? They made them leave through there? I don't know what's going on. Oh, I think we're going. I think that's it. Maybe they got this back up and running. Are they evacuating us? No, she's running a pre-show. Here we go. All right. Okay. Yep, there they go into that room. All right, we might be back online. No, we will get through this ride. I mean, I'm sure I will lose signal for 90% of it, but we will go on this ride. Oh, I'm not doing the beep boop bop. Last time I did that, it broke. I've learned not to beep boop anymore. Stormtrooper Ghost Organ. Oh my god. Kylo Ren was just a really big fan of this 3 minutes of music and demanded it be played on loop throughout the ship. We streamed on here a couple days ago, and the cast member asked me if I spoke droid, and then asked me to speak some to R5, and I did like a beep boop to him, and then the ride broke. So that's what everyone's referencing. Don't worry, I won't spoil everything. There'll be a whole portion in the middle that I lose connection on. And we'll see it. Here we go.
Where are you going?
Main here towards the front of the room.
Leave us.
Yes, General.
Enemies of the First Order. We will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
You're needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Oh, there's someone banging around in the room. There's a lot of banging in there. There it goes. Let's go before the ride breaks. Great.
Okay, take this corridor to the turbo lift, then head down to the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Batu. Hurry and don't get caught. Lieutenant Beck will guide you.
Recruits, for your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport and supervise your children. Tell them it's a prisoner transfer.
His head's backwards. Okay.
Did it work?
We're having some R5 head
Good. Now
problems.
get a move on. There's a clear path to the turbo lifts at the end of the hallway. Turn right. Droid, you're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts. Stay out of trouble. Find an alternate route. Who picked these two droids anyway?
Don't insult R5.
Take cover, recruits!
The escape pod's just below us.
Take the list down! Don't believe! Hurry! No! Sit down!
I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm! All personnel to their stations! Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run.
What are we gonna do, R5? Oh no! No, R5, no! Whoa! Go!
Attention, all resistance personnel. Abandon ship. I repeat, abandon ship. This is so.
Oh no!
There's no escape. You will tell me the location of the secret base. Then I will destroy you and the resistance. You guys really like cutting it close, don't you? Okay, you're clear.
Your escape pods came in a
R5,
little
your
off
lights
target.
are out.
Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck.
R5, put your lights back on. There you go.
All right, nice job, recruits. Not what you signed on for, but hey, you're resistance now. I think I have that authority. Right, Beck? Where's the lieutenant? I need eyes on Beck. Rhino, scan for his pod beacon.
Lieutenant Beck here.
Beck! You're right.
I had hoped so. Great job, recruits. Thanks to your heroism, the location of the resistance base is secure. Bravo!
Yes, R5, you too. We did it. That's out of hand sanitizer. Yeah, so we figured it out. You got to switch to Wi-Fi as soon as the AT-AT shoot. There it goes. But then you got to come off of Wi-Fi when you leave the building, because then the Wi-Fi doesn't work. Well, thanks everybody for joining me on Rise of the Resistance. We'll be riding Rise plenty more in the coming days. I have a lot of studios days scheduled since a lot of the other reporters can't get in here because they don't have hotel reservations, so I've kind of been put on Hollywood Studios duty a bit in the next couple weeks. I'll try to break these up a little more, do some different things. I'll try to we'll do some more touring around the park as the weather permits. Show you guys some little details, tell some stories, more stuff like that. We've been easing into this live stream thing the last couple weeks, figuring it out, but otherwise it's going to get real repetitive if we don't try to do some different things. Some reminders as we walk towards Sunset Boulevard. First of all, please hit the like button so more people find these. Plenty of people watch these after. Thousands of people will watch this later, which I think is really cool, but they'll find it easier if you guys hit the like button. Secondly, if you're not subscribed and you want to come along to the parks with us the next couple weeks, and I mean, we're not going to be stopping this anytime soon. Live streams from the parks and resorts and Disney Springs. Make sure you're subscribed. And make sure you select all notifications so you're notified whenever we have a show come on. Also, if you'd like to support us, there's two great ways you can do that. You can become a member of the WDWNT Inner Globe Society on Patreon. That's patreon.com/WDWNT. That gives you a lot of great benefits, starting at just $2 a month, including access to our WIGS member private Discord, things like that. And then the other way is just to use the super chat right here on YouTube.
Yes.
You know, it's still got 22% battery. We did all right. I mean, we spent a lot more time in that building than I would have wanted, but that was a good ride on Rise. Everything worked. The R5 heads and eyes were having some weird issues, but do we get WIGS if we join? No, no actual WIGS. What do you prefer, relaxation stations or U-rests? They're mostly the same thing. I am kind of, WWNT's kind of been the resistance, more so the resistance than the First Order in its existence. That's fair. I'm a bit of a rebel. Well, I do like being the bad guy too. Bad guys have more fun. Yeah, I'll tell you what, we haven't really done a lot of Toy Story Land. Next time we come to studios, I will definitely do a bunch of stuff in Toy Story Land. I think that's something we haven't done. I think we just did Slinky I think we've done Toy Story, but I haven't really showed you guys like tips and tricks how to score higher on that. Maybe we'll go to the Disney Junior Dance Party. Yeah, we do still need 100,000 subscribers. We're working on it, but that's it for today from Hollywood Studios between our two streams. I think we had a nice long run today. And tomorrow we'll be at Epcot for a little bit. And I think we're back here. When are we back here? Friday? I don't know when we're back here. I know tomorrow's Epcot. Let's start with one day at a time. But we'll see you guys later. Be sure to check the site at WDWNT.com daily for so much news. We cover everything and anything Disney, and there's 20-something posts a day with all the news and info you could ever want. Make sure you check it out. But have a good evening, everyone. We'll see you at the movies.